All right, we're looking at the language of math, and these particular terms here you need to memorize and understand what they are. We will be tested on this. The first one is variable. Variable is an unknown value that is represented by a letter or symbol. In this case, P equals 2L plus 2W. The variables are P, L, and W. We often use the word variable for weather, especially if we don't know what is happening. So for example, it could be sunny, cloudy, stormy, snowy, rainy, windy. If we don't know, we say it is variable. We say the weather is variable. And this is the same thing as what we do with algebra. An X, for example, or a Y, or an L, or an S. In algebra, we don't know what those are until we solve the equation or find out what they're worth. So these are variables, just like weather that is unknown. Second term is expression. Now expression is an algebraic form consisting of numbers. Here's some examples, okay? The thing about these examples here is, if you notice, there are no equal signs. There's no equal signs. It is an expression. It is just a statement. For example, here's an expression. That is an expression, 2x plus 4. It is not an equation. To make it an equation, you would have to put an equal sign here and a number. Now that is an equation. It means 2 times x, here's our variable, plus 4 equals 10. That is an equation, okay? If, however, we remove the equal sign, all right, and we simply have 2x, all that this is an expression. It is not an equation. You cannot solve 2x plus 4 because there is no equal sign. Next term is equation, which I kind of went over. And I just went over, and I'm not going to go over it again. The equation has an equal sign. 3x plus 8 equals -1. X minus 1 divided by 2 equals -4. That is an equation, and you can solve the x with an equation. The other word here is terms. Terms are algebraic forms separated by a plus or negative sign. So here we have examples. 3x minus 2y plus xy minus 7. There are 4 terms. They are 3x, -2y, xy minus 7. Here we have an expression. This is not an equation because there is no equal sign. Okay, this is an expression. And how many terms are there? Pause and count how many terms there are. Okay, hopefully you should have said 3. There are 3 terms. You have 2x, here's a plus, and you have a y, here's a minus, and you have 3. There are 3 terms here. Okay, now we have like terms. What are like terms? Those are terms that have exactly the same variable. Remember what variable is? Variable are those letters that we don't know what they are. They have the same variable. So here, 4x plus 3y plus xy minus 3x. 4x and -3x are like terms. 4x and 3y are unlike, and 3y and xy are unlike. Here we have an expression. There is no equal sign, so this is not an equation. If I look at like terms and like terms, what I like to do is circle or color my like terms. So we have 2 x's. This is 4y. Now we have a -x. Okay, there are no other x's here, so our like terms are 2x minus x. If we want to see our other like terms, well, we have plus 4y plus y, so we also have plus 4y plus y, and then we have just 5, okay? Now we have combined our like terms. Well, not quite yet, but we've grouped our like terms. So now we have 2x minus x, which equals x. 4y plus y, that means there are 5 y's, and then we have our 1's. So now we have taken this expression and we have simplified it to x plus 5y plus 5. The last word here is constant term. A constant term is a term that does not contain a variable. There is no variable. So here 3x minus y squared plus 7 plus x3, our constant term is 7. 7 is constant, there is no variable with it. Last but not least, coefficient is a number factor of an algebraic term. In other words, in 4x plus 2xy minus y3, 4 is the coefficient of x. 2 is the coefficient of xy. Negative 1 is the coefficient of y cubed. Now let's review this quickly. Okay, here we have an expression. Again, it is not an equation because there's nothing on the other side. I just added that, but I'm going to take it off. This is an expression. There are 3 terms. Okay, 2x plus 4y minus 14. There are no like terms here. And now let's look at the coefficient. Or a constant term is a term which does not contain a variable. Is there a constant term there? Yes, there is a constant term right here, negative 14. So negative 14 is a constant term. That leaves only coefficients. What is the coefficient of x? What is with x? 2 is with x. So 2 is the coefficient of x, and 4 here is the coefficient of y. All right. Okay, in the exercises that you will do, you will have to figure out and be asked to know the variable, the expression, equation terms, like terms, constant term, and coefficient. And this is very important. This is the base for the work, that your understanding of algebraic expressions and equations. Thank you for please taking notes and getting those notes to me on your video tutorial notes.